Welcome back
to the jam
with Brock and Dan.
I'm Brock.
I'm Dan. And today we have a very, very, very special guest.
Yes.
Mr. John Fleischmann.
What up?
What up?
Yeah. Give him a round of applause.
The man behind the music videos. Some may call him Dalton.
Some may call him Dalton.
Some may
My
call
name
him
is not Dalton.
Some may call him Nicole Bennett of metalcore.
Whoa.
No
Facts.
way.
Yes way. Yes.
No
Yes
way.
way.
Dude.
Yep.
No.
Dan and I have agreed, and you don't get to say this. You don't get a say in this, John. You definitely are the Cole Bennett of the metalcore indie music video scene.
Yes.
And
for
if you
sure.
don't think so, show us who is then. Because we'll have to get you a mirror if you really want to show us.
Dude, there are so many amazing music video directors that I look up to. Like, Max Moore is incredible. There's a guy who was doing all the Plot New videos.
okay.
The production company. It was actually the drummer.
I was just about to say that. The drummer of the band.
Yeah, I think he went by Naughty Manus, and
Yes.
it was incredible. Everything he did was super good. I also really like, let's see, Cole Bennett's obviously amazing. Man, I'm drawing a blank right now. But yeah, I guess I would say Max Moore is probably my biggest inspiration. Also, Josiah X, he's incredible. He does a lot of like green screen with Unreal Engine and stuff, and it's like,
Oh, the Unreal Engine stuff.
dude, it's wild.
Is that the thing they use to make like video games and stuff?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
actually a gaming software.
Yeah, it's like crazy, like realistic.
Super realistic, but like if you're not careful with it, it looks like shit really quick.
Yeah.
They got like ploppable buildings and stuff. Like
Yeah,
picked from a library.
It's like if you ever played Minecraft
yeah.
or something, or like The Sims.
I have no idea.
It's kind of like that. You just drag and drop, a house or a farmland or whatever your brain can think up. You just build it and you put whatever you want in front of it.
Right.
It's great.
Dude. I've always wanted to learn how to do stuff like that, but I don't think I have like the brain power for it.
Oh, trust me, my brain is about fried every time I dive into that. Right now.
Yeah.
My brain's going to be fried later on.
Well, you ready to get out of here already? We just started.
No, about 8:30-ish.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice watch.
Yeah, you like that? Yeah. So yeah, Unreal Engine. That's I can imagine it's an unreal thing to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably the hardest thing I've ever had to dive into, honestly, because,
A lot of hours, a lot of time learning.
dude, I actually bought a course to
Oh,
learn
you
how
did?
to do it. Yeah,
Oh.
because it's like if you know nothing about photography or filmmaking or anything,
It's this guy.
so imagine opening Photoshop for the first time. It's a blank canvas, and you're like, "What the fuck do I do with this?"
Right.
And Unreal Engine is the same way, except it's 3D. And for every step that you do with like DaVinci or Premiere or whatever, it's like instead of just dragging and dropping like a clip, they're called actors.
Oh.
They're not. The terminology is super different, and you have to jump through like 4 different hoops just to get them on screen.
So how long have you taken the course, or are you still taking the course?
I'm still taking it. I'm about probably about 70% done with it. But
Damn, when did you start? Give the viewers
Probably-
a little timeline of how
probably
long it
2
take-
months ago.
Really?
Yeah. It's
Oh,
really,
wow.
really, really.
Damn, how
in-depth.
long is the course? It's probably like a
They
long
say
time.
you can finish it in a full like from start to finish in 10 days.
Oh, damn.
But like I like to do everything
Yeah.
as the instructor's doing it, so that way I can like
Hands-on,
understand and like
yeah.
go back and like redo it again, so that way I get familiar with everything.
Right.
Dude, that seems like a hell of an undertaking. Like anything computer related, like I can send an email. You like, dude, like doing 3D landscapes and all that. Holy.
Holy
Yep.
hell.
It's,
So, yeah.
it's funny because when you talk with musicians or somebody that like has a lot of experience in or they have a lot of knowledge of, you almost develop like a language between each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah, like
You know what I mean?
So like music, unspoken language. Like you can talk to someone without saying anything. You know.
Yeah.
Or like guitar nerds, like, oh, dude, this pickup is fucking sweet.
Yeah.
You know,
Right,
like, and
right.
they can like, nerd out together. Whereas like I can't talk to many people about Unreal Engine because no one in the area is doing it. So and when I talk about like, oh, dude, these mega scans, like throw it into this material and blah, 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 you know,
Yeah.
Unreal Engine terminology. And then outside people just kind of look at you like,
What the fuck are you talking about?
yeah, yeah. Exactly.
What?
I find myself watching like videos of people like remaking like Vice City, GTA Vice City
Yeah.
with Unreal Engine 5 or whatever. It's like the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Damn.
It's like, oh, that game had so much potential.
Or like it's similar when I'm in a situation where people are talking about sports, and I'm not
Dude.
big on sports.
Me neither.
And
Yeah, right.
So
I'm
like,
not.
I always figured you were a sports guy. I could have swore I heard you talk about sports.
I can't peg Den as a sports guy.
Really?
I mean, I would.
He
hope,
just seems
I
like
would-
a
I would
dude's
hope
dude.
you wouldn't peg me regardless.
Wait, what? They're not. Okay.
You know, he's talking about 8 o'clock, right? You know?
That's what I thought
He's
you were
got an
talking
appointment.
He's got his watch. It's
No, I'm not a sports dude. I'm not a sports guy at all, like whatsoever. But
Dude.
anyways, go on.
It's like speaking Chinese to me. Like,
But like,
You're
you
talking
ever,
about-
you ever been in a room with a bunch of people who are talking about like, I don't know, basketball or football or
Yeah.
whatever, and all the stats that go into all the different players and stuff, and you're just kind of like,
Right.
you know, like I'm just gonna drink my beer real quick. Like, you know, it's just not. You feel kind of like an outsider. A little
yeah.
bit.
Right.
And I feel like that's the situation people are in when they hear me talk about video stuff.
Right.
You know.
Dude, I think the video stuff is super interesting. Because
It
like,
really is.
I used to make movies on Microsoft Movie Maker or Windows Movie Maker.
Back in the
Very
day.
user friendly, you know, very slow.
Dude, the classic. It's classic.
Dude, I made a short film.
What's it called?
It's called Monkey Madness.
Hell yeah.
It's up on YouTube. I'll show you. I was very like
I've
happy
already
with
seen
myself.
it.
You
sent
did?
It. Yeah, you sent it to us,
Dude, I love like the transitions. I think I did a good job, Windows Movie Maker.
We'll have to pull it up after this.
yeah, dude, I'll send it to
You
you.
should. It's definitely something to watch.
Yeah, it never got finished because like the whole cast is like, all right, we're gonna go get lunch at Chipotle, and then we just never did it, and it's been 12 years.
They never came back.
Yeah, they never came back. One of them died. Like that's never getting made.
Wow.
This man's always
Yeah, the guy. Yeah. No.
wild card.
Yeah, my buddy Jared.
Yeah, wild card.
Yeah.
Right there.
Okay, R.I.P.
Yeah, so it's never getting made. So what you get to see, that's all you get to see.
Well, if
Brock.
well, listen, it may
I'm
never get
sorry.
made until John gets really good with Unreal, and then we could just make
Oh.
an animated version.
yeah, that would be cool.
A
Shit,
completely CGI monkey
Yes,
madness.
yes, dude, yes.
It's just gonna be us.
I'm so geeked right now. Even if it like, never happens, I'm just excited that we're even talking about it.
But okay, so like I said, to us, you're like the Cole Bennett of the metalcore scene. Okay,
Thank you.
because you've done a lot of videos, music videos for especially me. You've done 2 or 3 for me and Settle the Sky.
Yep.
And so tell us about all the bands. Like, name some bands that you've done music videos for, in case the viewers, you know.
So I've done music video work for Hawthorne Heights. I've done stuff for Convictions, obviously. Boys of Fall. I've done work with Bayside.
Bayside?
Yeah,
Wow.
Oh
Yep.
shit! I didn't know that.
yeah.
Damn, son.
I worked with Lil Xan.
I know that.
We'll
Yep.
definitely get to that one.
Those are probably
Yeah,
the.
we'll get to that one.
I guess I would say those are probably the biggest names. But yeah, countless artists I've been
Dude.
working with.
Yeah.
I love Hawthorne Heights. It's not even a guilty pleasure. I'm not ashamed of it. I love that band.
I mean, that was our
They're awesome.
generation.
That was,
Yeah.
man.
I was always a metal kid, so like
And
you
we're
can't
all
be caught
from
listening to that. You know. I
Oh,
love
no,
it.
dude,
I
that-
love Hawthorne Heights.
I remember seeing Ohio is for Lovers music video
On Fuse? Yep.
Yes.
Wow, Fuse.
I got
dude.
home from school
Yeah.
and I put on Fuse, hoping I would see Emery one more time. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, Dead Poetic or Emery, come on. And then Hawthorne Heights comes on, and I'm like, who the fuck are these guys?
Is that the one where they're in like a castle or something?
No, that's. I was just going to say the one that was overplayed the most was that Nikki FM,
Good song.
or I think it's. Isn't that the name of it?
Shit, Nikki FM is a good song.
It-
I
it
agree
is.
with you.
Yeah.
It is a good song.
I'm
but
a
dude,
fan of them.
I swear, every time you turn MTV on, or if it was just that's all it was. That
Right.
and MyChem.
Oh, yeah.
Ohio is for Lovers is the classic like dangling mic.
Yeah.
The dangling
Yeah,
microphone.
that's the
right,
one,
right,
yeah.
right.
Yep.
I always thought they were in a castle for some reason.
So,
It's like,
so Lil Xan, how was that? I was working with him.
Bro is weird.
How did that come about? That's the real
Yeah,
question.
how
How
did-
did because how you do metalcore?
Yeah.
You do a lot of metal and like alternative. So where did the Little Xan pop up?
So, it was a really weird circumstance. It was when I it was after I left Convictions, and we what happened? I decided to go full time with filmmaking and photography and stuff, and then I remember driving down to the In Vogue Records office just to like shake hands with Nick Moore and say, hey man, just want to appreciate you giving me the chance, you know, Convictions the chance. I'm just letting you know, like, I'm out of the band now, respectfully, you know, I'm just doing my own thing. And he was like, you want a job here? And
Literally, that's how he asked you?
pretty much, yeah.
Oh, damn.
And so, you know, it just kind of snowballed from there. And then Nick Moore got to connect working with Lil Xan and kind of got a guest feature in a Boys of Fall song. And a hip-hop
Okay.
artist that he had signed for his hip-hop label also had a feature with Lil Xan. So that artist, it was like that artist's music video. And we went out to the YouTube studio in LA to shoot it. So Lil Xan rolled up with his crew, and you know, I didn't actually film the music video. I was kind of just part of the crew, but it was a really crazy, surreal experience because, like,
Yeah.
watching someone of like that stature, I guess, like someone that is that well known,
Yeah.
walk into a room, you could almost like feel that
The energy. Right.
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 And I think it's important to have as an artist, you almost need to come off that way to like to show that performance, I guess, to like give the viewers what they want.
See,
And
you're right about him being well known because like I know nothing about like the rap scene area, but I know who that is. I can kind of picture him. Does he have like
Face tats.
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah, okay, yeah.
oh yeah,
Yep.
tons of face tattoos, and he was a really nice guy.
Really? I was
Super,
just about
super
to
cool.
ask you, was he nice or was he like a...
No, he was super cool. He like shook everyone's hand, and you know, he was like, "Thanks for being here. I appreciate you." And you know,
Wow.
I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's
he,
really cool.
He was awesome. Yeah, it was a really cool experience. Especially going to the YouTube studio.
Yeah,
That
I was just
a lot
about
of
to
fun.
ask you that. What's that like?
Man, so I worked in the LA studio, and I've been to the New York studio. And the LA studio is like super, super huge. And there's like multiple rooms and sets that you can rent out if you're
Yeah.
big enough in YouTube. And this set in particular was just like a gigantic room with just a big green screen. And so that was super cool. And you could rent any gear that you wanted. I mean, I think I held the camera that the brand of camera, I guess, and the model that was used to film one of the Avengers movies.
What?
Oh,
What kind of camera is that?
shit.
It was
Dalton's got her hard on right now.
Yeah, it was. I think it was a red Monstro.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe not. Maybe not the Avengers movies. I think he said Spider-Man.
Those
But
things.
still.
Even better, bro.
Those things
How
are like
heavy was it?
super.
Right.
It was
How
heavy.
heavy?
It was
Yeah.
super
Yeah.
heavy.
Looks like a brick.
It was. Yeah, it was like it was just the brain, which is the body of the camera,
Yeah.
but it's massive, dude.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
like a big cinder block.
Yeah. It was one of those situations where I was like holding the camera like this, and I was like, "Don't let me touch this."
Yeah,
anymore."
those things are like what? Like how much are those? They got. I know
Don't
they're.
look at me. I don't
The
know.
Monstro is like 80 grand.
Yeah, that's
What?
crazy,
Yeah.
dude. It gets serious in the camera fucking world, man.
Dude, that's unreal. I would never... I mean...
And people wonder,
Boy, oh boy.
and this is a shout out. People wonder why photographers and videographers are quote unquote so expensive.
So you,
Well,
You get what you pay for.
You get what you pay
Yeah,
for.
dude.
Yep.
especially with this guy, I watched your music videos, especially the new Convictions video.
I was about to say, okay,
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to bring up Convictions right now. So, in case the viewers don't know, he was the bass player for Convictions for a very long time.
I sang too.
He sang, oh shit, my bad. I'm
I
sorry.
took your place, bro.
Shut your damn mouth. Shut that mouth up.
So get Dan out of here. We got John. We don't need him anymore.
Welcome to the jam with
John and Brock.
See you, Dan.
Boom. Kick me out. No, so can you tell us like how was your time with Convictions and, you know, any crazy tour stories you got and
Yeah, I loved my time with Convictions. It was, you know, some of the best times of my life. I think it was an experience that I needed to have
right.
in order to get me to where I am today, because I learned I made a lot of connections through them. I got a lot of life experience. I learned how to like really, really work with people in a very tight knit space and like share, creativity for like essentially your brainchild. And like,
Right.
it's kind of like I guess the spark that ignited with, you know, just the creative community and the creative like business. So that's kind of, I give all my props to Convictions for doing that, or for getting me started. So
It has come full circle. Now you're
Yeah.
doing the music video.
yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
So it was a great time. And as far as tour stories go, the one that I always tell people, there's, man, you want one tour story or you want a couple?
I don't even
Hey,
care.
we just shoot from the hip around here. You can do whatever you want, man.
Yep.
So I'll just do two. I'll do a good one and a bad one.
All right.
So the first one was when we went overseas and we played in Moscow,
Oh,
Russia. And
Damn, dude.
that was
that's awesome.
completely surreal, and it really didn't feel real being there to begin with, but then playing the show too. The show was incredible, people were incredible, but I distinctly remember the promoter of the show telling us, hey, you guys need like 2 hours before the show starts for VIP. And we were like, dude, we're a baby band from Fremont, like what do we need 2 hours of VIP time for? Like, why don't they just come up to us at the merch table?
Yeah.
Why don't they just do that?
Right.
And we were
Like a normal show we would play.
yeah,
Right,
like
right.
a normal show we would play. And we just kind of like, brushed off the promoter, and we just went to the Red Square and hung out and sightseed,
Oh my
That
god.
flash forward to the show.
Dude, how cool is Red Square? Is it cool?
It was crazy.
Yeah.
I got one of my favorite photos of all time there.
Man.
But anyway, we finally get to the show. We play it. It's super dope. The crowd went nuts for us. It was awesome. After the show, we got bombarded by all of these people wanting us to like sign stuff, and like in movies where like a celebrity walks through and there's like a ton of like paparazzi and everything.
Yeah.
That's literally what it felt like.
Damn, son. So you got you got that moment.
I had that moment.
Fuck.
Yeah. Like that moment that you
Dude.
dream of since you're a child.
You know what I
That's
had?
awesome.
I had that moment one time in Frickers.
I love
Which
Frickers.
one?
I love Frickers.
Fremont?
In Fremont. It happened one time in Frickers. The whole right side of the fucking restaurant was like, oh my God, yeah. Taking pictures and shit. I was doing like,
Oh yeah.
What?
I swear to
Really?
God. And
That's
I'm
awesome.
over here like, what the fuck is happening?
They must
Yeah.
thought you're someone else. Is that what you were thinking?
But that's my hometown, not Moscow.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
dude.
That's
The other
fucking
side of the
crazy.
planet.
It was insane. And like it was so packed, and like it was like sign this, and like we had to like it was like almost like whiplash.
Yeah.
Going
Yeah,
between
yeah.
all these different people, sign this, and I signed some dude's forehead. It was really weird.
He's
it
walking
was,
around
it
with
was
a
awesome.
tattoo.
And it got pushed so late that we almost missed our train to the next show.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
That's why we needed the time beforehand.
So you
Wow.
guys
We
went out,
did-
you
we
guys
didn't
went
think
out
it.
and sightsee,
Yeah. Oh yeah. We were
instead of doing the.
we were playing Rockstar, dude. It was sick.
Yeah. that's
Right,
awesome.
right.
Yeah, that was probably my favorite moment.
That's
And
crazy.
Then
Moscow.
I'll flip the script a little bit for a
All right.
bad tour story.
Okay.
Ooh.
And so I remember we had to drive from. We were on tour with War of Ages. We had to drive.
Love that band.
Great band. We had to drive from Sacramento, California to Salt Lake City in one day. And any touring musician out there that's, watching or listening knows that's a hike. That's a really,
Yeah.
really, really tough drive.
That's like a quarter of the country practically. It seems
It's-
like it'd be close together.
It's like I think it's a full 12-hour drive if you didn't stop. But like,
Wow.
you're also going over mountains.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
And then, this is in February, so there was a blizzard
Yep.
that went through.
The Donner Party.
Dude, it was like so terrifying that Josh and I would literally look up and look at each other and be like, we might die tonight.
Dude.
Really?
Yeah, seriously. And we had to wrap chains on the tires and everything. And like any time we would go over like 5 to 10 miles an hour, the van and trailer would just like shift
Fishtailing,
Oh,
yeah.
shit,
Oh, yeah.
dude. I've been there.
On a mountain.
on a mountain,
Fuck.
bro. And we had to be there the next day.
Dude. So you're like risking it all to play a show.
That 12-hour drive turned into like a 26.
I was about to say 24, 25.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yep.
You ever see that movie?
What the is this, Brock?
I don't know, man. It just kind of happens.
Dude, we got to clean this shit up.
Well,
We can't do a show like this.
what do we even do? I don't have a trash can.
You know what? This is a great time to shout out our sponsor, Rosebud Cleaning Company.
Rosebud Cleaning Company at 909 Birdseye Boulevard, Fremont, Ohio, 43420.
You bet your bottom dollar. Because guess what?
What?
Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Wow.
Oh.
Jeez, they really do a good job over there at Rosebud Cleaning Company at 909 Birdseye Boulevard, Fremont, Ohio, 43420.
Wow. If you guys need something cleaned up, I'd get a hold of them.
You know who to call.
Rosebud Cleaning Company. At where?
909 Birdseye Boulevard, Fremont, Ohio, 43420.
And thank you, Rosebud Cleaning Company.
for sponsoring us. The Jam with Brock and Dan. I'm Brock.
I'm Dan.
And back to the show.
Dude, you don't understand. Like, every night when you leave that venue, you're risking to play.
Oh,
Yep.
Because, I mean, anything could happen, especially when you live on the road. You know this.
Yep.
Like, so do you, Dalton. Like,
I would say, in most of the time, bands don't have top-notch brand new vans.
No.
They're normally like second-hand, third-hand vans.
Dodge Ram
my
Van 250
gosh,
from
dude.
1988.
dude,
They
we
probably need brakes, road, all the shebang. 'Cause
Right.
You're putting your money in the gear.
yeah, when we were touring, I kind of had a similar story to that. Like, I was sleeping in the back bunk and Mickey was driving, and I wake up to a bam, shit flying all over our, because we had a conversion van with like a TV and shit. It was actually really fucking sweet.
The tube TV that's mounted in there.
Yeah, a little mount. Well, we had an Xbox hooked up. It was tight. But anyways, everything started falling out of the cupboards, hitting everything. I'm flying up against the seat, and we're like, what the fuck just happened? We hit a patch of black ice.
Oh,
And just
yeah.
rammed right into a one of the side rails.
Guardrails,
under,
yeah.
guardrail under the bridge. And, bro, I'm telling you. And then another time, fucking my tire flew off our trailer. It was insane. I mean, every night is risking it.
Every night.
Dude, that's
Every
like worst
single night.
nightmare scenario. Far from home, car breaks down.
No, you don't know what to do. Especially being, I mean, you were a little older, but me, I was fucking 20,
Oh yeah.
you know, like
Yep.
maybe 21, and all of this shit happens. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
But I get it, man. That shit's scary.
It's scary as shit, dude.
and when you
Yeah.
leave, like, I'm a worrywart, so when you leave, when I left those venues, I'm always like, I hope nothing happens,
Dude,
tonight.
I think I blame
Some pegging might go down.
right. I blame my touring years for my travel anxiety.
Anxiety, bro.
Oh, facts, bro.
Same.
Yeah.
I don't
my travel
trust.
anxiety.
I am so fucking scared to this day to ride in the car with many people.
Right.
Because every band has those members where you're like, you're not fucking driving. So
Yeah.
you'll sacrifice sleep to drive. And
Right.
oh, dude. If I'm a passenger, I try to stare at my phone. I try to look down. I try not to look at anything because it's just fucking scary, bro.
You guys are, Woodville, right?
I just drove through there, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so it's
it's-
known as like a speed trap.
it's the
Cops
worst.
are always watching. I mentioned my friend that passed away. Well, he picked me up, and we're going to a concert in Detroit. And you're talking about scary drivers. Like, I don't want that guy driving. This dude's drinking a King Cobra, rolling a blunt.
And,
While
and he passed away.
Yeah, can you believe it? But
I'm
he was
bummed out that I never met him.
knee steering, going through Woodville. It's like, dude, you're asking for it. But yeah, that was scary. Going down 75.
Risking it, dude.
Fucking
Yeah,
King.
totally.
And you just ride in the passenger seat? No way. I'll walk,
Yeah,
bro.
dude, I was like, but like I was like 20 or something like that. So
Shit, that's all you need in life. King Cobras and God.
Yeah. Yep. King Cobra's going through Woodville, speed trap.
Shit, King Cobras and God. So, God, man, I know your anxiety. I know,
Dude,
I know
the travel
feeling.
anxiety is a real thing.
Oh yeah.
It really
after
is.
touring, oh yeah. Like even something as simple as like a 4-hour drive to like Indianapolis or
Yeah.
whatever. I get real anxious.
Oh, me
before
too.
it.
Me too. I have to drive.
Yeah.
Like when Anna drives,
Yep.
I am consistently scared.
Yeah, I
When
always
anybody
drive.
I always drive. I have to, because it's just like I trust myself. Like even when we were touring, I drove.
Yeah.
Me and Ryan Myers took turns.
Do you trust him?
I do, because he drives like a grandma. So I'm
Hey,
like,
me and him got
do your
something in
thing.
common.
Yeah, that's how I
Do your
drive.
thing.
Yeah. I'll get the wife will yell at me like, "You could have gone." There's a reason I've never been in an accident or speed. I have nothing on this record. I will take my time.
Yeah.
Well, they always say it's the other assholes to watch out for.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Exactly.
So, if you want, if you would like to, can you tell us a little bit on like why you actually left Convictions? I know you said that you wanted to focus on photography and videography and all that, but is there more to that?
Maybe a little bit. So I'll just dive in, I guess. So when I started doing photography and filmmaking and stuff, I made that jump because at first it was just a hobby, and I was working at Best Buy part-time and then touring and just doing photography and filmmaking just for fun. That was just my hobby aside from Convictions, because with photography and filmmaking, that was like where I had all of the creative control. I didn't have to share that brainchild with anybody else. That was mine. And once I lost my job at Best Buy because the store closed, everybody got laid off. And I thought to myself, okay, I can either transfer to another store or I can give this thing a shot and make this my job. And once I did that, it was like it just kind of started to snowball, right? But it started to pull me in different directions. So, yeah, I had to do stuff with Convictions, but also I had these shoots booked. And I couldn't really like plan a schedule around because I'm also trying to coordinate with a touring schedule and keep my availability open. But then I remember having I remember getting booked for a wedding like a year in advance, and I couldn't like dedicate to, I had to choose one or the other, because it's like, all right, well, this is what's actually bringing in income. This is how I'm going to eat, put food on the table. Do I just want to keep touring and live in that life, or do I want to, have some sort of stability, but still have a creative outlet?
So you're at a crossroads.
I was at a crossroads, and I was like, the stability sounds pretty good.
Yeah. I think you made the right choice, though. No offense to Convictions. It's just like, you took this art form that, like you said, was just your thing, It's like your passion project. And now you've found a way to make a living off it. That's like 1 in a million kind of thing. So that's awesome.
Right.
I mean, dude, and I mean, you can vouch, and so can Dalton, but touring is, I think about it daily. I miss it every day.
Yeah.
It's just a different life. It's a different lifestyle that no one really understands unless you do it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And
So
that's the other reason, though, too, is because, like, not that I didn't like touring anymore,
right,
but also because of my kidney transplant that I ended up having.
Right.
So I started to think about it long term and thinking about, like, down the road type of thoughts. Like, if I keep doing this, like, what happens if I start to have problems and I'm out in the middle of fucking nowhere?
Yeah.
Right. And you can't do anything.
And I can't do anything about it.
No,
or, like, what happens if I run out of my medication and we're on the road?
Yeah,
what
if
am I
you're
gonna do?
out in nowhere, like some pharmacies, they won't fill it. They're like, you're not from around here, or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, and not to mention too, the food choice on the road isn't as pleasant,
healthy.
Yeah.
Nope.
And that's not good for your body, let alone.
You'll probably gain weight if you go on tour.
But if you don't make money, you won't eat.
Or you lose.
Or you don't.
I was about to say.
Or you don't eat.
Because I fucking lost weight.
Dude.
I gained weight, bro.
Did you? I see. We weren't getting fucking paid,
Tornadoes.
Dude, peanut butter and crackers was literally like, it's so cheap, and it worked.
Yeah,
Protein.
we got like a 20, maybe if I'm remembering correctly, like a $20 a day per diem.
Mm-hmm.
For everybody, like $20 bill for everybody.
For everybody, but that was on like the later stages of touring. At first,
so you're balling
At first,
then.
bro, we packed peanut butter and jelly.
Yep.
And fuck.
Bologna.
Peanut butter jelly.
No,
and fuck.
the ramen cups.
Oh,
I
yeah.
couldn't remember what they're
Cup of
called.
ramen. Yeah.
Cup of ramen, yeah. So we'd go to gas stations and like use their sink, like
Yep.
Yep.
microwaves. Boom. That was it.
Walk
we
out.
Stocked up. But that was our diet. And then
It's a lot of salt.
when we toured with Vanna, they started like giving us money for food every day.
Okay. Yep.
Their tour manager, and I'm like, we made it. Oh my God. They're feeding us Little Caesars every single day.
Dude, we got enough left over for a 40.
Yep.
We could split it.
Yep.
Cobras and God.
Came in under budget, boys. It's party time.
Damn, dude. It's a different lifestyle, man. So I don't blame you, because the life that I have now, even though I miss touring, the life I have now, I would not trade it.
Dude, absolutely.
Yeah.
I get to sleep in a bed every night.
Dude,
I get
yeah.
to shower as many times as I want.
Yep.
Like,
After every bathroom break. Are you one of those people that hop in the shower right after?
no, but I have a friend that's that's like that, and I'm like, come on, dude. It's not that big of a deal. They make dude wipes.
Yeah.
Depends how big of a mess you make, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, if you let the mud win, you're gonna.
Yeah, if you're in there blowing mud, you might need to hop in the shower.
Yeah. But
we've
Don't
all
get me
been there.
started.
oh, we've all been there.
Yeah. Just an everyday thing. No.
So if you would like to get into it, I would like to know about. I know, but want the viewers to know a little bit about for the viewers.
Yeah.
A little bit about your kidney.
Yeah, that's
transplant stuff.
terrifying.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
It was a rough time for him. I remember I never got the chance to go up and see you in the hospital, but I remember how hard it was for you, and even the song you wrote, The Kidney.
I hate that song.
Dude, I actually loved
I
it.
hate it, dude.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Did you do the video for that one?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think you did too.
Yeah.
Anyways, go ahead. Yeah. My bad.
No, it's fine. So I was born with a kidney disease called hydronephrosis, and the way it started was my ureters from my kidneys were not attached to my bladder. So think about like your bladder is about like this big, right? Mine, because the ureters weren't attached, it like overflowed and overflowed, so it stretched out to about here. So like I can fit probably 3 of these in my bladder and not feel a thing.
Wow.
So
So you just weren't peeing.
well, I do feel that urge, but only when it's overflowing, which is what damaged
Man, I can't
the
even imagine.
kidneys. Right.
Wow.
Yeah. So it wasn't a like dire situation after they were attached, but it caused kind of like a steady decline over the course of my life.
Right.
So right about to the point where I had the transplant is where I started to look really, really, really sick. Like I had my skin was kind of jaundiced a little bit. And I was like really sickly skinny. Like I was like 115 pounds.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah. And I nothing would happen. Like it's a good thing for people that can't put on weight or whatever. They can use as much as they want. But for me, it's different. Like it was like my body was like destroying itself. So it was like either go on to dialysis or get a transplant. Those are my 2 options, or die.
Oh,
Dialysis.
like I've met people that had to do that, and that sounds like hell.
Yeah, they take all the blood out of your body and clean it because your kidneys can't.
You got to do it
for
like
you.
what, every day or something like that, or every.
It's like every 2 days, I think, something like that.
They take the blood. You know what? That's so wild. I never knew what that was. They take the blood out of your body, clean it, and then put it back in?
Yeah, so because your kidneys are what filters and cleans out all the bullshit in your blood, right? So
Jeez.
you get hooked up to a machine through a port, and there's 2 different types of dialysis that you can get on. So one is called hemodialysis, which is like a port they put into your artery in your arm or your thigh or whatever, and you get hooked up to a machine like every couple days, and it takes all the blood out of your body and cleans it. So there's that option, or there's peritoneal dialysis, which is like something that goes into your abdomen and you sleep with it. So you just go to bed, plug in, you wake up, and you're good. However, that option is way, way, way more. You're a lot more septic to that one because you're not necessarily in like a
sterile.
Sure, if you clean it and stuff you're in your own house and stuff, sure, it could work, but you still take a bigger risk because you're not being like monitored by professionals.
Oh, this is giving me anxiety just thinking about it.
Wow, that's
So it was those options or a transplant. So I got listed on the transplant list at Cleveland Clinic.
Oh.
And so something that a lot of people don't know about this, and I really am glad I'm sharing this today because not enough people know, and they need to know this. So if you're ever in a situation where you need a transplant of any kind, this is the situation. This is what I did. So I got listed at Cleveland Clinic for a kidney transplant, and the waiting list is 5 years long.
What?
Yeah. It's 5 years long, so you could be waiting a while. UTMC at Toledo is 3 years long. Okay. So I was able to get listed at 2 different places. I got listed at Cleveland Clinic, and I was on that list for about a year and a half. I got listed at UTMC. I was on that list for about a year and a half. Okay. And what I was able to do is you can deplete your time from one or the other and add it to a different list.
Wow.
It's a little hack kind of thing.
Yeah. So even though I was only waiting for about a year and a half to maybe 2 years, I was able to jump up because I depleted my time at another one. So I was able to get one faster.
So it's like basically instead of a year and a half, it counted as 3 years, kind of, I guess.
Yeah. So instead of waiting 3 years, I cut the time in half by switching my time over. So in theory, I would be waiting another 5 years at Cleveland, but instead I just moved it. And that's how I was. And like 2 weeks later, I got a call.
So like they, obviously people can donate them, but they get them from like organ donors and stuff.
Yeah. I reached out to all my friends and family, and I was telling them like, hey bro, you got a spare kidney? You
got 2 of them. You don't need them both.
Yeah.
Trying to just say like, hey, I know this is a big ask, but like, I'm dying, bro. Like, I need something. It's either that or wait, and who knows what. Like, so the risk of getting a kidney through somebody who is deceased.
Yeah.
We don't know like what type of problems that they had medically. So I remember getting a call one time about receiving an organ, and the person had like HIV and like all kinds of crazy stuff, and I was just kind of like, nah.
Yeah.
I just told him no.
Hard pass.
Wow, dude, that's fucking crazy.
And it was like an older guy and didn't take care of himself. And all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff. And I was like, I don't really want to put that in my body. Like, you know, it's shitty, but like that's the reality of it. Like I can say no, and then they can keep calling down the list.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And I wasn't in. I needed one bad, but I was not on dialysis. So if somebody was on dialysis and they really, really wanted one, they don't give a shit.
Yeah.
They
It's
would
like,
take
give
it.
me one.
Right. But for me, I've been told like if you don't want to take it, you don't have to.
Yeah.
So I said no. 2 weeks later, I got a call, and it was like all I know about it is that it was somebody who was 16 years old, got in a car accident, and it was like a perfect match for me. So that's the route I took.
Dude,
just
kid, hats off to that kid.
Yeah, just think about
being
that,
an
though.
organ donor.
Like that's the kind of stuff that like is a reality.
Mm-hmm.
Like
It's real.
Yeah.
And it's as simple as just making a decision at the B&B.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah. being an organ
I
donor,
got the little heart on my.
Yep.
So do I, yeah.
I don't see any reason not.
I mean, no one probably wants my organs.
So there's that conspiracy theory, like people hunt you down, like the government or something, because they want to harvest your organs.
No, dude, there's so many conspiracies out there about it. Like they'll say like, and this is why a lot of people don't sign up, because like they think that if you're on your deathbed or something, that like they'll just pull the plug just because you're an organ donor. That's like super not the case. Like
that's very unethical.
Yeah, like that won't happen. And the only time they'll call is if like you are like you're dying today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you're already brain dead.
Man, that's some tough shit to think about.
I know, bro.
It's like, dude, you're a trooper for going through that.
Dude, it's thank you. It's crazy because like this is just like part of my life.
Right.
And so sharing it, I'm just kind of like, man, no big deal.
Yeah.
But
to
to
us,
us,
Other
lived it.
people,
Yeah,
everyone's like, whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, it is crazy.
it really is. It's very, very insane to think about. Like, oh fuck, like because we've never gone through that.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, that's so heavy, man.
What do you think? Oh, sorry.
I'm just gonna say like I'm eternally grateful for this person who made that decision.
Yes.
And like if I were to look at this guy head on, just like I'm looking at you, what the hell would I even say to him?
Right.
It's a really weird thought process, and I've just kind of made my peace with it and thought it to myself like, I'm just grateful.
Yeah.
I'm just grateful.
I mean, at that point,
I'm happy I'm here. Like, there's no reason for me to be upset about shit.
Right.
Like, I'm alive right now, bro.
Exactly. I was just
I
going to
feel
say
that,
that.
100%.
At the end of the day, you are alive.
Yeah.
And all you can be is grateful.
Exactly. And
Yep.
I just keep, pumping that into my thoughts every single day. And it, I'd actually try to train myself to not think about it as much, because like, if I think about like, oh, I got to be careful, I got to live in this bubble, like that's not what a transplant is for.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not meant to live in a bubble. You're meant to like flourish and live a good life.
Go for it. You got a second chance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think it's so crazy because after I got this second chance at life, literally that next couple months, we got signed to In Vogue.
Yeah. Yep.
And it was like, all right, let's start touring. Let's start doing it. Let's start doing it.
Hell yeah.
So it was like it's meant to happen.
Dude, yeah.
Dude, that's insane, man.
That's
So,
the
like-
coolest thing too about being an organ donor. Like
The second chance.
Yeah. An unfortunate event that happened in this child's life, in this family's life, they know that that moment is saving lives. Because I guarantee you're not the only. I could only imagine you're not the only person that may have affected. He's probably may have had other organs donated. Who knows? But
Right. Yeah.
still,
Who knows?
You're still gifting life to others that are in very unfortunate situations.
Damn, dude. That's
That's
so crazy.
amazing, dude.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, thanks. And I actually work pretty heavily with Life Connection of Ohio now too. So like I get to hear the stories of all kinds of recipients. Like I met a guy who had a heart transplant. I met I'm like really like tight with this one lady who is going on 20 years of a double lung transplant.
Wow.
What? You can do that? Hold on.
Yeah,
Time out.
dude.
Whoa.
She's amazing.
The last time I knew about the lungs, I didn't know you could transplant them.
Yeah.
Yep.
That doesn't mean you just start smoking.
Shit.
Dan's like, oh shit, dude. Blazing up every day.
No,
Just go to the store and get one.
No, I'm just fucking around. But but that's crazy. That's crazy.
What do you think like some of the biggest myths about organ transplant is? Or ones you've
I would say
heard?
the biggest one probably is like they just want to kill me if
Yeah.
I'm in the hospital. Like, dude, are you an idiot? No, they're gonna save you
shit.
first. Bro.
Yeah, they want
Right,
to get paid.
Yeah, well, not that. But, it's just it's funny to think that they just want to like kill you off just to harvest you.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so like barbaric.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that is not how it goes. And get your head out of your ass.
You always hear about the
That's not how it goes.
tourists in like some foreign country. They get kidnapped and wake up in a bathtub with a bunch of ice. And
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's another country. Not
the other one is like, I think I read or watched something. Someone had like an eye transplant or something.
Yeah,
like
you
recently.
Can
What?
donate. Yeah, you can donate cornea. You can donate your tissues. You can donate lungs.
We've
your
advanced
heart.
so fast
That's-
and so far, so it's dope.
Yep.
It's like, I wonder if like I know if this
What
is
the
getting too.
fuck is going on? I didn't know you can transplant an eye.
Yeah.
You ever
Yeah.
seen the movie 7 Days with Will Smith? You ever seen that? Back in the day when texting and driving was huge, he took that role, text and drive. Spoiler alert.
No,
Gets in
I
an
don't think I
accident,
have.
Loses his family.
Oh,
Devotes his
no.
whole life to donating every part of himself that he could.
I have not seen
to
that.
the-
I'm
wow.
trying,
Yeah.
trying to watch that.
Yeah, that
yeah,
sounds
I'm
like
watching
a
that
movie.
tonight.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I spoiled a lot, but I'm gonna tell you, dude, you will fucking bawl your
Oh, I'm
eyes
all about crying.
Oh, fuck that shit, dude. I
Dude,
hate that
I swear to
shit.
God, I am all about crying in a movie. I'm watching This Is Us right now
Oh, okay.
on
Oh, man,
Netflix.
yeah.
Yep.
Good. Yeah, have fun with that.
Bro,
What is that about?
Last Saturday morning.
Marriage.
Last Saturday
Oh,
morning. It's
okay.
about life.
Yeah.
Like being a family and like living a life, right? But
Is that with Paul Rudd?
no.
What's his name?
Who's in that movie?
It's Mandy Moore is the mom.
Is that like the singer or is that the actor? Or I'm thinking of who am I? Never mind. Go ahead.
Mandy Moore is the singer. And
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I was
A
right,
Walk
right.
to Remember, I think she played in.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
she did,
good.
Yeah.
So good.
But dude, tears. I didn't have a shirt on. We were just laying in bed, and tears were just dripping down on my titties, and I'm like, "Time. Good God, it's noon." I was like, "Oh, I'm still crying. All right, never mind."
Well, yeah, I figured that makes sense to me since you're like a singer, a songwriter kind of guy. I feel like you know, you have to be like somewhat emotional kind of person to do that.
I'm a very emotional person.
Dude, I'll cry at like when stuff's like really happy. I'll fucking be bawling. I'm like, why am I crying right now? This is so like it's a happy, exciting.
It's
like
filling yourself up with joy.
Yeah, and I'm just like bawling. I'm like, oh my god.
Okay, yeah, let's
That was a pretty good tangent there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
holy
was a
shit.
good one though. That was a good one. Very,
dude,
very informative.
Super, super awesome story, dude. And like,
Thank you.
how long ago was it?
Dude, I am coming up on 10 years.
10 years.
Damn, it's
And everything's good?
Yeah, dude.
It's
Everything's
been
good.
that long.
It's been that long.
Wow.
July 31st of this
Damn,
year will
guys.
be 10 years.
Wow.
We're dating ourselves right now. So.
That's my dad's birthday.
Dude, that's like
That's
seriously.
my second birthday.
Yeah, for real, dude.
Hats
Man,
off
that's
to
fucking crazy. 10 years already. That's insane.
I know, dude.
That's awesome.
Time's a
Thank
thief,
you.
man.
It is.
Dude, so since we were just talking about movies, John, yeah, I can only imagine it changes. But what are your top 5 inspiring and or favorite films? Especially coming from someone
That's a
who is
big
in
number.
that industry. You don't have to do 5. I like to leave it open because if you say top 3, top 2 or 1, there's people that I just can't pick. There's so many great
That
ones.
is such a hard question. It
We-
changes all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
because it's just like music, changes all the time. So, currently, how about currently? We can come back to that too if we have to.
I would say one of my favorites for sure has never left my top 5 was Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah.
Bomb ass.
That is a
good one.
crazy movie.
Amazing.
bomb
movie.
ass movie.
And it's like it's a little bit older too, but it was so ahead of its time.
Yeah.
It was so creative. Storytelling was incredible. It just kept you like, wondering and thinking about how all these puzzle pieces are going to work together.
Yeah.
And it was just amazing.
That movie, I remember the first time I watched it. I was like, oh, it's got Jim Carrey. It's going to be funny.
Yep.
No.
Sight.
Not,
It was not
No,
funny.
not funny
and
at all.
he killed it, dude. He
Yeah,
did so
that was
good in
amazing.
movie.
Dude,
Yeah.
The Truman Show? Come on.
Truman Show's amazing.
Truman
too.
Show's
Dude.
trippy though, like especially like coming to now and then what?
It's like real life.
Yeah,
and it's
bro.
like
Yeah.
everyone watches us.
Yeah.
And everybody's acting, too.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
Fucking,
like,
I think about
shit.
that all the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're about to get in some Josh Canode mentality. Real quick.
it's getting real deep.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry. I was going to ask another question, Dalton. My bad.
I guess lately I've just been really into TV shows, just
I
kind of like
respect that.
for like story building and world building
Yeah.
and stuff, just because there's a lot more detail you can get
Yeah.
into. But if we're strictly talking about movies, I mean, just off the top of my head, I watched Disturbia last night.
Dude,
Remember
that
that
movie's
movie?
one of my
Shia LaBeouf?
favorites. Yep, that's one of
Yeah.
my favorite movies. My wife and I watch it every single summer because
So
it takes place.
I
in
don't
summer.
I don't know if I would put that in my like favorite movie category, but it's so fresh because I
Yeah.
watched it last night.
It's such
Oh,
a fun
yeah.
movie.
And like my wife had never watched that movie before.
Oh,
This was her
man.
first time watching it, and I didn't give her a preview. I didn't tell her what it's going to be about, whatever. And it was very like 2000s-y.
Right,
Yeah.
you
Right,
know?
yeah, for sure.
System of a Down was in the soundtrack.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's
There's
a
like
good
there's like
song.
Fall Out Boy pictures
Yep.
on the wall and
Yep.
stuff. Yeah.
Nostalgia.
Playing Xbox.
So she's watching this with me, and I was just like getting giddy because I know how the movie
Yeah.
goes.
Right.
And to see her reaction go from like a 2000s like girl next door type movie
Yep.
to like a serial killer next door, like she freaked out, and I loved it. It was just like such a cool, like I don't know. I guess I'm just a big fan of movies that give you feeling.
Yes.
Fact.
And like the tension building and
Yes.
stuff, like that kind of stuff is what really I like look for in movies, I guess.
Yeah, me too.
I was just going to mention before you were talking about like emotional movies that make you cry and stuff. I wouldn't say this made me cry, but I really liked Gran Torino, the Clint Eastwood movie.
Oh,
Oh,
classic.
shit.
Dude,
That's
is
a
that-
great movie.
That is a
dude.
phenomenal movie. It's like this
Yeah.
dickhead
Oh,
guy, and then he
I
turns out,
got it. Top movie, Forrest Gump,
dude.
for sure.
I think that you can't even argue with that.
That,
Can't even
Like
argue
I don't
with it.
care how like stereotypical of an answer that is. It's so good.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, it's so good.
And that's like a timeless movie too.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude. So I feel this way about movies and music and all kinds of media. Like that's a movie that like will make you feel things.
Yeah.
And if your music or your film, your photos, whatever doesn't make you feel something, like try again.
Yep.
Like that should always be the goal. You should always be thriving to like make people feel something.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
like a good movie will like make you escape. Like you don't even realize you're sitting in your living room anymore.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
And
that's
everything.
what it was when movies became a thing. Like they wanted the population to escape, especially during the Great Depression.
Yeah.
Like they needed an escape, so they would go to the movie theater.
Yeah.
That's why I love going to the movie theater.
Same.
Dude,
Oh,
I
yeah.
just went to the
Same.
drive-in last weekend.
I seen that.
Yeah, drive-ins are, dude, those are so fun. They make you feel like a little kid.
Yeah, I love the drive-in.
I've never been to one.
What?
Oh, dude.
Dude, I saw Hawthorne Heights at the Tiffin drive-in.
Nice.
I did.
Nice.
They did like during COVID, a drive-in tour. It was really
I
cool.
remember.
But yeah, go to the drive-in, man.
Yeah, but that's what that was about, man. Like escaping your problems for at least an hour and a half, 2 hours. Like that was what it was about. So if a movie makes you feel something and you forget about everything else around you, they've done their job. Just like
Yep.
music.
Yep.
Remember when we were? I did the guest spot on the "I Will Become" album.
Yep.
Remember in the studio in the vocal booth, you were like, "Dude, like, how do you get that much emotion?" And I'm like, "You have to fucking feel that.
You have
shit.
to escape.
You
Yeah.
have to escape your
Yep.
mentality and go to the mentality of those lyrics.
Yeah.
It's just like that. That's why I love music. I love film. I appreciate what
It's all
you
about
do.
it's all about like authenticity.
Exactly.
You know, and like
exactly.
instead of just like if you get into a vocal booth or a studio and you just play a song, you're just playing a song and your listeners can tell.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If
They
you're
can
phoning
tell.
it in or not.
Yeah. So like bands like Spirit Box or Sleep Token, like the heavy hitters right now in the scene, the Bad Omens, you know, you name it, all the big guys, they're crushing it right now because they are being authentic and they're staying true to making you feel something
Yeah.
Yeah.
with their art. And I think the day and age of like turn and burn content, just write a song, put it
Yeah.
out, those days are fucking over, dude.
Right.
Like
They really are.
they
People
they
want
were
the
hot for a
emotion.
second in
It's
COVID
washed.
because that's
So
all you had to
washed.
do.
Yep.
But like now that that's done and over with, dude, the authenticity is like here to
Yep.
fucking stay.
And people
Yep.
can sniff that shit out, no problem.
Yeah,
too.
Yes,
that's
they can.
another good thing. It's
If
like,
you're phoning it in,
Yep.
they'll know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild, man. And that's so true. It's so true because, dude, when I listen to Spirit Box and Sleep Token, I'm feeling what
Yeah,
those
you
songs
get
are. But
lost.
like
Yeah.
Constance.
Oh, amazing song.
Wow.
Yeah. Amazing song.
Like,
amazing
that will-
video, everything.
Everything about that track, the video, the song, the lyrics, everything was perfection
Yep.
in my book. Like, I remember because my grandpa was passing away. He might have already had passed away when that came out. I can't fucking remember. God bless it. Weed. Anyways, dude, that shit brought me to tears, man. And I remember sending it to my mom, and it was her dad, my grandpa. And she was like, wow. Because
It's
my
real.
grandpa passed away from dementia. The
man.
same thing that Constance, Courtney LaPlante's grandma passed away from.
I don't
So-
know if that's exactly what the song is about. I just know that's what the video is about.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure that's what she had. She had
Okay.
dementia and like really, really bad. And if I'm wrong, correct me. I don't know. I'm almost positive that that's what it was about.
hey,
I
the
remember-
internet will let us know.
I
Yeah.
I genuinely don't know.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. You had me question myself there for a second.
I've never even seen it, so I gotta check it
Oh,
out.
dude,
It's
I'm gonna
so
show you
good.
after this. But yeah, when that song came out, I remember thinking to myself, like, "Fuck, they did it.
Got you right in
It's
there.
real, dude.
They did
it's
it.
real.
Well, they did what I was always trying to do.
Yeah.
They made a listener, me, fucking feel everything about that song,
Yep.
everything about that video, and it's like
The whole team of everything, yeah. it just
everything
came
was
It
perfect.
pulls you in.
Yep.
It does, man.
Yep.
And
And-
that's what I really love about. I really, really love that you incorporate that because when you did my music video for Secrets,
Yeah.
dude, I brought you the idea and you nailed it.
Thanks, dude.
Like you literally got right into my head and you nailed it.
Dude, that's someone who knows what they're doing, right? there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I
facts.
just like to, work with what the artist wants and like kind of form it into what I like. It's a
Right.
collaboration.
It is. It always has to be.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, man. That's fucking cool as shit.
Speaking of music videos, I think it's out now, isn't it? Four Horses.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Yep,
been
yep,
out.
yep.
Dude, that video is so cool.
Thanks.
It's like I've noticed right off the bat. I was, oh, it's an AK-74 variant or something like that. I'm a gun nerd guy, but dude,
Are you mixing those numbers up?
no,
He-
no,
he-
no.
He did.
No, there's a 47 and a 74. 74
Yeah.
came out
Oh,
later. It's
I
a
didn't know
small,
that.
Yeah, it's a
I didn't
smaller
know that,
caliber.
I
dude.
didn't know
He
that.
said that in the.
I only know because of Call of Duty.
It
bro.
looks the same.
I thought he meant to say AK-47.
So did I.
And the only reason I know that is from like Call of Duty.
Yep,
Right,
Call of Duty is
74.
47 and 74U.
Dude, he said that multiple times, and
Yeah.
I'm like, is he? Should I correct him, or am I stupid? Apparently, I'm stupid.
Yeah. Well, I
Hey,
noticed,
you
like,
don't know what you don't know.
the guy was all kitted out in that video. I was like, I love skateboarding. Don't you?
I do. I love it.
Dude, like, I found myself pushing, kicking, ollieing, kick flipping. But, dude, check this out.
Yeah.
Do you know where I got these wheels from?
Where'd you get him from?
These bearings? These rails? These trucks?
That's a nice setup.
This deck? This Slayer hardware by Independent? Do you know where I got it?
Where'd you get it from?
Rhino Skateboard Shop Company, 1472 East State Street, Fremont, Ohio, 43420.
No way. Dude,
Yeah.
Same here.
Dude, I think everybody should go there to buy their skateboarding stuff.
I got my trucks, wheels, bearings, hardware, deck, grip tape, everything that you see here from Rhino Skateboard Shop.
That's right. 1472 East State Street, Fremont, Ohio, 43420. Be there or be square. It's totally up to you, but make sure you go and buy a skateboard or any skateboarding accessory.
We'd like to thank Rhino Skate Shop for sponsoring this podcast.
The Jam with Brock and Dan. I'm Brock.
I'm Dan.
Right back to the show.
The idea was we don't have a big budget.
Yeah.
Let's just work with what we can. I'm a huge fan of just like playing to your strengths with
Yeah.
what you have available. Okay, let's just get a bunch of different assets and change the colors and, make it look a little different so it looks, unique.
At the end of the day, you still had to edit it. You still had to
Yeah.
piece together.
Yep.
Still
And
had to tell the story.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
still came down to how you put it all together.
Exactly.
Dude,
And
I loved it. I thought
thank
it was
you.
awesome.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's a really good video, dude.
Just imagine somebody telling you, hey, I have this super ambitious idea. Let's do it for no money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, we'll figure it out.
Right,
This goes
right.
back to we were talking earlier before we started, and the limitations, and it makes you more creative.
Yeah, I'm really big on using things that you have at your disposal to make the best thing possible. And sometimes, you don't have a $20,000, $30,000 budget. Sometimes I'm sorry I can't be Christopher Nolan
Yeah.
and make
Batman.
Yeah, I can't make Batman, dude.
Oppenheimer.
Interstellar.
Yeah. But I can do some things.
Yeah.
Shit.
Dude, I was impressed. I how someone makes I don't know what I'm trying to say. All I'm trying to say is it looks awesome. For all I know, you did spend $100,000 on it. You know what I mean?
Hey, dude, that's
But
the
see,
goal.
that's the
Yeah.
goal.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the goal.
That's
man.
the goal.
It's like the lighting was really good, which you know about that. I watched one of your videos about that.
Oh yeah.
Quit touching your mic.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm excited. But dude, awesome song too.
Yeah, they did a really good
Yeah.
job.
Yeah, the new Conviction stuff is sick.
It's very good.
I think it's gonna do something for him for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I told Mike when Mike was on the podcast not too long ago, and I told him it's like the most mature stuff that they've ever done.
Oh yeah.
So-
It's definitely after working with Mike for so long, I know that this is everything he's dreamed of having.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
his fucking high screams.
oh,
Yeah,
they're
dude.
incredible.
Oh my god.
Incredible.
Yeah, that was awesome. They're right off the rip too.
Dude. I told him flat out. I'm like, fucking good for you, dude.
Yeah.
Cuz I can do highs here and there,
So,
but not like that. And
When,
it when I first heard it, I'm like, hold on. Was that fucking Quentin?
Oh no.
And then I replayed it. I'm like, well, good Lord have mercy. That's fucking Mike.
Yep.
dude, what is your biggest pet peeve about modern music videos or anything like that? What's
Ooh,
something that
that's
just,
a good question.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
When videos are boring.
Yeah.
And that can be taken so many different ways, but I like really compelling stuff. In a perfect world scenario, I like to have a really deep story. A lot of bands don't give a shit about that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of bands just want just a playthrough video or a visualizer, and that stuff's fine.
Yeah.
I have no problem working on them, and I love what I do, so that's fine. It's just not my favorite thing. I get bored very, very easily. I want to be like
Right.
captivated. I want to feel something
It's like
when I watch.
like when people saw Thriller, the video for Thriller for the first time, Michael Jackson. It's like that changed the game, dude. It was like
Yeah.
watching a movie.
Exactly.
Yeah, it really was. There was a story behind it.
Yeah. And think about it. Like every music video that you love typically is very compelling.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
Like the Constance video.
I was just gonna say
Super
that, yeah.
compelling. You get sucked in. It's great. Or it's visually stunning and fun. And like, a lot of charisma
Yeah.
put into it. So there's a band I really love called Chapel. And Max Moore did a couple of videos for him. Or I think it's 2 people in that band. But anyway. So the music video is themed all around breakfast. And the EP art is breakfast food. And the EP title is Sunday Brunch.
I already like it.
That's yeah, me too. I'm like, what?
And there's not really a story there, but like it's so visually stunning.
Yeah.
And it's creative. Like they use things like a banana phone. Bananas are in breakfast. Or like he gets syrup poured over him. And they build a set with like makeshift pancakes. And he's like singing the song on pancakes. And it's like super fun.
That's
Yeah.
fucking dope.
Yeah, and it's amazing. And I think that there's so much ambition with taking it and bringing the album art to life with that. And I just don't think, I think bands are scared to do that anymore.
Yeah.
They want to look cool, or they don't want to like
Put me in a warehouse or whatever. The rain, with rain.
Like don't get me wrong, a warehouse and rain, and
Yeah.
it can look sweet, right?
Yeah.
But like, it's been fucking done before, bro.
Yeah.
It's been done before. Let's do something unique,
Yeah.
or like let's do something that is going to be like visually stunning.
Mm-hmm.
And sure, rain can be visually stunning. A warehouse can be visually stunning, but it's been done before.
Yeah.
It's been done
like
many, many times before.
Innovation is, you know.
Yeah. And so like for example, the Sunday brunch thing, that's super innovative.
Yeah, you never-
It's super
Unique.
fun. It's unique. And I partially, I give a lot of credit to the director, Max Moore. He's the reason, probably that video is the reason why he's my favorite, because it
Yeah.
was so like just visually stunning. But then you got videos like Constance, which is just super like emotional and everything. And even though it can be, I guess, pitched as a let's do a music video about someone with dementia.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, like sure, but like the way that it's filmed is just very, very intriguing.
It is.
I love the idea of like taking it like a simple thing and like trying to tell a story around it. Like I walk to the store. It's like, what can you do with that? You know?
Dude, you could do so much.
Yeah.
Right.
There's like,
Well,
yeah, it's so
Who
cool.
is it? There's a lot of filmmakers that say it, but it's like real cinematography is taking an everyday, mundane, boring thing and making you
Yes.
feel something, making
Right.
it feel cinematic.
If an artist came to me and said, I want to do a music video with like a white room and a back and just us playing, I'd be like, what else? Like, come on, you
Yeah.
got to give me something else.
Sorry, John. Sorry.
No, it's okay. that was back when it was cool.
Listen. I had no say in that, by the way.
That was back when it was actually cool. But like nowadays, it's been done before, over and over and over again, rinse and repeat. Where like now, I feel like it's been done before and just regurgitated, and people are fatigued.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like, let's do something different.
Yeah.
And that's a good way to stand out if you're doing something different.
Yeah,
It's
and
like,
I know
course.
it's difficult to do something different,
Yeah.
but like what Dalton said is like, less is more. Just find something mundane and make it interesting. Like if a band told me, "Hey, let's do a music video of the singer walking down the street," I would say, "Okay, let's put like a fight scene in the background.
I would
Yeah.
say that'd be
Let's
so
put like
fun, dude.
something crazy in the background
Put
happening.
shit. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Let's
it's
make
just
it
like-
fun and something cool to watch."
That reminds me of, you remember that Bittersweet Symphony video? You remember that song?
Oh yeah.
Where he's just like shoving people?
I
Yeah.
don't know if I've seen that
Yeah,
video.
he's just walking down the street.
You haven't seen
shoving
that
people.
video?
Maybe I have. Maybe I have.
I guarantee you have.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's classic.
Okay.
It's cool.
Speaking of classics, I've been wanting to ask you this. So, I know you did a tour with Jump, the Van Halen tribute band.
I was supposed to ask that.
Oh shit!
That's all right.
Well, I stole
Dude.
your thunder.
Dude.
Go ahead, do it.
Brock is stoked.
I know
Yeah.
he's stoked.
And the
Okay.
thing
Go
is,
ahead, my
the thing
guy.
is Brock, you haven't even seen Jump live. I swear to God, if
Dude.
I blindfolded you, you would think you're at a Van Halen concert.
Dude,
That's brother Brock.
Brother Brock.
Yeah, dude. Like he sent me, your YouTube channel, so I was like looking on there. It says touring with a Van Halen tribute band. I was like, dude,
He went.
I was so stoked. It was so
Boing,
cool
boing, boing.
watching that because
Yeah.
like I never think about a tribute band or something like that, like what goes into that. But man, it looks like a lot of work, like getting in character, all that stuff.
It's crazy, dude. And a lot of people hate on tribute bands.
I love them.
Tribute
But-
bands are dogs, man, because
but
they care about
here-
Yeah.
that sound.
Here's the thing: they care a lot about the sound, but they don't give a shit what you think.
Yep.
Yeah.
So like all the haters out there, they're like, "Fuck you! I make so much money every night."
That's so
playing."
fucking
Yeah,
badass.
dude.
That's
They-
rock and roll.
They get to play
Yeah.
a character,
Yeah.
bro. Like
Yeah.
every night when they're playing, they get to play somebody
And
else.
the thing is, they
That's
get up
fire,
there and
bro.
do it like they know they're playing somebody else's song. They
Yeah.
fucking know.
And they're honoring it, though.
But they're honoring it, but like they're doing it because they love it.
Absolutely.
Period.
Yes.
Yep.
And that's all that
Dude,
matters.
and
If
and
they
I-
didn't love it, do you really think they would be putting on spandex every fucking night? No.
Yeah, right, dude. I saw Kiss like a bunch of times, but like I remember seeing a Kiss tribute band, and like it was so awesome. It was like it was almost on par, just less pyro.
Yeah.
But
And you don't have to spend $1 million on a ticket.
yeah.
and like
Yeah.
I'm convinced that those people love playing those songs more than Kiss actually does, and
Yeah.
like that makes
Okay,
me
I can
love
believe
them.
that, I
You
can
know.
believe that.
I mean, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, because they're up there having the fucking time of their life, dude. I
Yeah.
wish I could be in a Van Halen tribute.
Or just think about like, what's your favorite band of all time? What if we got up on stage and made a ton of money just playing songs that we love?
Yeah,
That sounds sick.
Yeah,
that sounds amazing.
and
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna lie to you. What the fuck's his name?
Michael,
Mike.
Mike. That's right.
he's insane.
Dude, he is a showman.
Dude, he
Yeah.
literally
Yeah.
fits David Lee.
Yes, he does.
He is like
Dude,
that
David
dude-
Lee, bro.
That dude. I've met him a couple times.
He's a dog on the drum set too. My God.
And he's a
he
great
is.
photography too, or a photographer, isn't he?
Yeah, dude. So
What
Mike and I,
can't he do?
Mike and I go way back. Dude, he's a jack of all trades for sure.
That's so cool. He's such a cool dude.
Yeah,
Super nice too.
He's like, "Hey, dude, what's going on?"
Yeah, yeah. Yo.
Yeah, he is the most. He's the most like outgoing person that I've probably ever met. But like when he wanted to step into the shoes of David Lee Roth, I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Super
Yeah,
charismatic.
that works.
Dude, I mean, the whole band. I've seen videos, like especially some of the videos that you've released, like some teasers and stuff.
Yeah.
Bro, that shit got me hyped. And I'm not
Dude.
even a real. I mean, I like Van Halen a little bit, but I'm not.
A little bit.
Yeah, dude. Classic rock. Van Halen's my number one.
I got every Van Halen
Yeah,
record
Van
on
Halen,
cassette over
top
there.
tier.
Nice.
For sure.
Every single one.
So I've been mediating a lot of and creating a lot of the social media content that they produce and or that they post.
Yeah.
And so it's funny because when he started, I remember working in an office with Mike. We were taking photos of like jewelry and stuff, and we were sitting there with our buddy Cody, and he was telling him like, you should do this Van Halen tribute thing. I think you'd really enjoy it. You want to be on the road. You want to play music. Just do that. And we thought about it for a while, and he ended up trying to do the splits. He was learning how to do the splits on the office floor. Like he was stretching, and I was like, bro, what are you doing? And he was like, I got to learn how to do the splits, man. And eventually it led to what it is now. And when it started popping off, he did get a lot of hate. He got a lot of hate from, because people out there, they don't like tribute bands.
Right.
Dude,
They
I don't
don't.
know
Don't
why.
like them.
I don't
Look
know
at Brock's
why.
all
I
fired
love
up.
It's
tribute
because
bands.
it's not like they think that you should just do something original. It's
Yeah.
not your music, so why are you playing somebody else's songs?
Yeah.
It's a really silly mentality because when you start learning how to play guitar or learn how to sing, bro, you're singing other people's songs. You're
Yeah.
playing other
Yeah.
people's songs.
Yeah, you ain't
Like,
writing songs right away.
this
yeah.
way, you're just doing it on stage and putting on a wardrobe. That's the only difference.
Yeah.
So-
and I'm kind of biased because I played in a bar band for like many years,
But it was fun,
and
right?
I love playing other people's music.
Yeah, dude, it's a blast.
Yeah, I love it.
So I remember talking with Mike, and I was like, dude, we should just lean into this hate a little bit
Yeah.
because it'll send you guys to the roof.
If
Dude,
you
it's
got
definitely
haters,
something David Lee Roth would probably do.
if
too.
you got haters, you're doing something.
Yep,
right.
you're doing
Yep.
something right.
Yeah,
Yep.
and anytime I put Mike on camera, I'm, he's trained now, but he knows that anytime a camera's on him, he's like, all right, I need to channel the David Lee Roth
Yeah.
energy. And so now I put a camera on him, and he cannot shake the the charisma off.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember when he first said the line, you know, I had a guy tell me that, you know, why do you want to be wearing spandex and ripping off an 80s cover band? And he goes, well, your mom fucking loves it. So, and, you know, and when he said that, I was like, this is what's going to, that line right there is what's going to like send him through the moon.
Yeah.
And
hell yeah.
And it worked.
It fucking worked.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Dude, if they ever come around here, I'm going.
Dude, they were playing the rib off.
Yeah.
Really? And Oregon?
In Toledo.
Or Toledo?
Yep.
Dude, I'm going. You
I'll
want to
go with it. What-
All right.
What
Well, I'll
day
go,
is it?
dude. I'll fucking.
I'll eat some
look it
ribs,
up.
too.
Dude, because like as
We'll
a
look it
Van
up.
Halen fan, like I don't know all the other members, but the guitarist,
Eddie
holy
Van Halen?
shit, bro. They mad respect. I'm not a guitar player,
Rest
but
in
I'm a
peace.
guitar tone guy. Like I love tone. He fucking nails it.
He
Like
changed
he did
everything
his
for guitar
homework,
playing.
bro. His tone is
Everything.
very good.
Brock is so pumped right now.
Hell yeah.
Eddie Van
they're so
Halen
good.
literally changed guitar.
Oh, absolutely.
That's why I started
Yeah.
playing music.
Yeah.
You know, I started playing music because I loved, you know, hearing Eruption.
Yeah.
And
Dude.
all those songs. You know?
I wanted to play drums so bad because Hot for Teacher.
Alex Van Halen.
Like, dude, I wanted to do that so bad. So bad.
I think it's pretty safe to say that that's a band that is like historical.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
they're timeless.
Like-
They're right there
Yeah.
with Metallica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're timeless.
They
Yep.
like shaped the way music is played
Yeah.
now.
Because everybody in the 80s copied Eddie Van Halen. They wanted to be Eddie Van Halen. That's when they started shredding, finger tapping. And all
Yep.
that.
Yep.
He revolutionized guitar
I didn't
playing.
know he did finger tapping.
When he took the drill to the
Dude,
guitar,
Yeah.
oh my god!
I mean, trust
bro.
me, every bar that I've ever drank at, Van Halen comes on.
For sure.
But I don't know them like you guys are talking about him, so I didn't know he did that. Did he invent that? Like the finger tap?
He
might
definitely
as well have.
popularized
I think,
it. I
well-
think it's like some flamenco players, you know, the Spanish,
Wow.
they did that first. But
Well,
like nobody did it like
He
that.
was showcasing it, like Spanish Fly, where he's
Yeah.
just going nuts. Like he showcased it, made it kind of like, I guess, trendy.
Yeah.
Made it a thing.
Listen to Van Halen.
Yeah, dude, definitely.
Bottom
Dan,
line.
Dan, do
Yeah.
some homework, my guy.
Even
Do some
Van
homework.
Hagar. I love
well,
Van
you know,
Hagar too.
it's kind of like a one of those things. Like, should I? Because it might get me real geeked up,
Dude, it
and
will.
I might go get a 40.
Listen to Panama and tell me you don't get geeked
Yeah,
up.
dude, Panama.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you'll get excited. Listen to Panama tonight or whenever you're about to go do
Oh,
something.
Panama, dude, that's
Yeah.
all Family Guy. Panama.
Yeah, dude,
Where he's like
revving the
fucking
engine,
car.
bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what it's like for you on set. Like, do you have like a routine? Like, so when you're doing the Jump Van Halen tribute band, when you're doing stuff like that, like live or even music videos or whatever, like, do you have a routine that you have to do, or tell us a little bit about that?
So they're both very, very different. A live show versus a music video. Like, there's a reason why there are strictly like concert photographers out there, because they have it down to like a science. And like, I've done it long enough to where like I know what I'm getting into anytime I shoot a show, but they're very different processes. So with a live show, if let's say you go to take photos of I don't know, Hawthorne Heights or whatever, and it's just that it's a bigger show, and you're in the photo pit. Typically, you have 3 songs up front, and then you have to leave the photo pit. That's like kind of like a rule.
Yeah.
With the
Really?
photo
I didn't
community.
know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you get 3 songs, and then you gotta
Wow.
go.
I'm going to check for that next time I'm at a show.
yeah, same.
Yeah.
See him
The only
rotating.
person that can stay up there is like the touring photographer.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Yep, the one who has all access.
All
but if you have a
access.
photo pass, you're done after 3 songs.
Damn.
So, yep. So you can take your camera to the back and shoot from the back, but you don't have access to the photo pit anymore.
Yeah.
So I know that rule, and I know that like typically up there I'll rock like a 35 millimeter lens or like my wide angle, because you're up closer, so like you want to be able to get wider shots. But then when you're in the back, that's when I'll probably whip out my 70 to 200 millimeter, so I can get like
Get right
the
in there.
bokeh of the crowd in the foreground, and then shoot through them
Yeah.
with to get the main shot of the artist on stage. Like, that's really my, I guess, go-to process.
I love
so
that.
3 songs up front, and
Yeah,
then the
that's
rest
really-
of the set, like in the middle and then way in the back. And then right before the show ends, when the lights start going real crazy, I'll bust my wide angle back out to get shots of the whole
Yes.
crowd.
Damn.
I love
all the
watching
light
that
shows.
stuff too. It
so
like,
a lot of
yeah.
switches.
makes you feel like
Yeah.
you're there.
Yep.
I love live footage. It's the best.
Yeah.
It is pretty badass.
And especially if you go to a concert and like you didn't know they had, pro shot footage, and then you find out later and you get to relive the whole concert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I saw the one and only time I saw Metallica, they had a pro shot, and it was so fucking cool.
Nice.
So awesome.
Never seen Metallica live.
Dude, it's worth doing.
I think it'd be cool.
I like
There's a
one-
reason they're the biggest metal band
I
ever.
like one song by Metallica.
One.
Fade to
one?
Black.
Oh. Oh, right
'Cause
on.
It made me cry.
Dude, listen to like all of Metallica. You'll find another one, I'm sure.
Dude, my only complaint is their songs are forever long.
Not
You're
even.
buckling your seatbelt.
It's not long enough.
8-minute songs are whack, bro. I'm over it.
Yeah.
I'm over
Dude,
8
I
minutes.
That's a
like-
long music video.
I need like 3 tops.
Long music video. That's a short film, dude.
Yeah.
It's not even-
Dude, yeah.
Shoot.
So for a process with a music video, it's different because like with a live show, you're shooting the artist and the crowd, so you don't really need to, I guess, go in with a plan unless you are a part of a touring act and you're on their crew, because then you have a lot more time to plan out, like, if you have the means to. I really like so I'll backtrack a little bit. There's a photographer I really like called Matty Vogel, and he's probably my favorite concert photographer. And I love what he does because he gets very, very creative with his angles, and he gets really, really ambitious with it. So he has these triggers that will go off as soon as he takes one from his camera. Another one will shoot off at the same time. But what he'll do is, because he's a part of the tour, part of the crew, he has access to like, testing the lights beforehand and understanding what his settings need to be. And he will also attach his camera to like the light posts that are like way up on
Yeah.
the ceiling, so we can get a top-down shot.
Dude, I love that.
Of the artist with the crowd. And dude, he's incredible.
That's
he,
insane.
yeah, he's the GOAT, dude.
I've always wondered, because like, how do they know? Like, I don't know. I'm not a video editor or anything, but like when they switch camera angles, do like one person have control of that?
So it depends. So if he rigs up his camera, like, for a top-down shot over the stage, he could have a 35 millimeter or 15, whatever he wants, and then his camera that he has on him could be a zoom lens. That way you get 2 shots at the same time.
That's awesome.
From different angles. So
It's seamless.
yeah, and dude, he worked his way up in the industry. I have a lot of respect for him. He went from working with like the Dangerous Summer and shooting the 1975 before they got bigs, like really, really small shows. And that now he's worked his way up to working with like Billie Eilish
Oh, wow.
and 30
Oh,
Seconds
shit.
to Mars. Like he is like the dude now.
So he's deep into the scene.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I have to keep an eye out for that next time I'm watching something, see if he may have filmed it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real.
All of Billie Eilish's live photos on Instagram, they're by him.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
incredible.
So he turned his photography skills into living too, just
Definitely.
like you did. I love that. I love that. Sounds like a success story to me. You know what
yeah.
I mean?
Right.
Now, music videos are different, though. I'll make this part quick, but there's just a lot more planning that goes into it,
Yeah.
because, like, you are trying to visualize the shots that the artist, like, the ideas that the artist brings to the table. So if you want to innovate and make it more interesting, you have to figure out how you're going to do that. And with a live show versus a music video, you have like 30 minutes to an hour to shoot that, right?
Yeah.
Where a music video, you could take 3 fucking days if you want to.
Right. I was just gonna say like hours or days.
Yeah.
Don't stain
So
that
you
shirt.
can take your time as long as like there's no like harsh deadline. If an artist is
Right.
like, "Hey, we need a music video," and the song comes out next week, and you're like, "Guess we're doing a White Room video, bro."
Yeah. I mean, I think when we did my music video for Secrets, it took a full day.
Yeah.
Like from morning till night. I think we left when it was like completely dark out.
Yep.
That's the same when John did my first band's music video. The first video we ever dropped in, it was a long day.
It was a long day.
long.
They're long days.
We drove. We started at my apartment, and
Yep.
then we drove to Findlay.
Yeah.
Wasn't it Findlay?
Yeah, I think
in like
so.
a little, like a music video area.
The
that
warehouse. Yeah.
that Nick had.
Yep.
Dude, I remember going like, "Holy fuck, this is like an hour drive. Like I gotta drive."
Do you ever?
Damn it.
Do you ever find yourself like driving around and stuff like that, and you're like, oh, I gotta write that down, that area. That's cool. I'm gonna use that for something.
I'm literally eyeing a spot right now.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about doing a short film. I'm not gonna get too deep into that because it's still in the.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was about to be like, what?
Yeah, I want to do a short film. If I can pull it off this summer, I will. But I really think it's probably gonna be a next year type of project. But there is on 75 North going toward like Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
There is, when I look to the left when I'm driving north, there is a massive junkyard car lot that looks like something out of like The Last of Us or something.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I mean, I saw that and I was like, I'm gonna film something there.
Dude,
gonna
run
do
that
it.
shit.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
And that honestly, that location kind of sparked the whole idea of my short film.
Isn't it crazy how that works? It's like one little thing. It's like, oh, this could, you make a whole story just from seeing a rock on the ground or something
Yeah.
like that.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's creativity.
Yeah.
Right.
That's literally you letting your brain go there.
Yep.
Like, be creative. I feel like nowadays, especially in music videos and stuff that I've seen lately, there's just no creativity. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
not like there used to be.
A lot of the times, I don't like. I used to think to myself, like, "Who did this video? This video sucks," or
Right.
or whatever. But like, now that I'm on this side of things, a lot of it comes down to the artist too, because the director could do something really really sweet, but the artist might not like it.
Yeah,
So it
yeah.
gets
Oh,
cut.
very true.
Yep.
Very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it gets cut. So it's like hard to figure out, like from the outside, why a music video turned out the way that it did.
Yeah.
But like, there have been things that I've cut out of music videos that I've done that I did not want to get rid of. I was
Man,
pissed.
That price
I was
sucks.
fucking pissed to get rid of it.
Having
But,
all
like,
those hands in the cookie jar and like, it's like, fuck.
Yep.
But if you do a short film on your own,
There's
Dude,
no
it's
rules.
all
Yeah.
you.
that's why I want to do a short film, because
Yeah.
then it's kind of like the idea with my separation from convictions. It's like there was too many cooks in the kitchen. I didn't have a lot of say.
Yeah.
I want my own brainchild that I have full creative
Right,
control
right.
over, and this project would let me do that.
Well, dude, I think that's fucking.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's also why I started doing YouTube too,
yeah,
because it's like this is what I want to help people. I want to teach them what I know. I've been slacking.
You're a busy man.
Yeah, I've been working on shit, man, and I love talking about this stuff, and I don't talk about it enough, in my opinion, because
Well, this is why we wanted you on the show, man. We
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
to
Yep,
get
yep.
we want to get your knowledge out there to other filmmakers, other music video,
And I mean,
filmmakers.
Yeah, filmmakers. Yeah.
if I'm being completely transparent for like the viewers, you guys don't normally see me, but I don't think I'd be sitting behind this side of the camera if it weren't for that man sitting in front of the camera over there.
Oh yeah,
Because
dude.
it's
around for John.
Yeah, that's John. Back in the
Thanks.
day when I was in the band, hit this guy up because he's the guy that does videos.
Yep.
And I just remember falling in love with I just was watching him and I was like, oh, let's do this. Like we doctored up some stuff, made it
loves
a
you.
little bit more stuff. But the song that we filmed the video to was really dear to me. It was my heart. It was my baby. So the song meant a lot. And then I seen how much John cared, how much he's like, oh, do this, do this, do this. And I was like, bro, this is fucking fire. Like this
Yeah.
is cool.
And
on.
see, and
it's
that's
fun, dude.
Yeah.
That's the best part about you, John, is you actually care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
a
I
big
care
you're
too
not-
much sometimes.
Well, no, but
your
that's
own
not
death.
that's
That's
not
a
a bad
good
thing,
problem.
man.
yeah.
And dude, I just remember thinking like for years, man, I want to do that. I wanted to do that. I want to do that. But being in the band, you're broke. You can't do both. I couldn't do both at least.
Yep.
Took the step, left,
Dude.
and I just remember doing it. And I called John because I was struggling with some stuff, and he gave me the confidence. He was like, dude, just trust yourself.
yeah.
Do
Yeah.
it. He's
Yeah,
like, you
man.
got to trust yourself and you got to do it. And I remember, I still to this day, here I am, quit my job, doing it full time now, dove in.
Hell
every
yeah.
other day.
Yeah, dude.
and he helped inspire
But
that.
you inspired
Yeah.
him. Isn't that
Yeah.
fucking cool?
No,
It's
it
like
makes
a
me
full
feel,
circle.
It makes
Yeah,
me feel
yeah.
super good, and it's funny how people who were in music, if they transcribe to like filmmaking or photography or something, like that love of music never goes away, but a lot of the same principles apply to this different format.
Right.
It's very interesting. So like, there's so with songwriting, for example, I ever since I started working for the label, I've kind of had to like objectively take myself away from my opinions about music to like figure out like what's good and what's not.
Yeah.
And it really started to make me appreciate better songwriting. And now, like, the reason why I think Spirit Box is so big is because when their heavy parts hit, they fucking hit, right? But a lot of their stuff is very like, it's smooth and it flows very nicely. And that's all like tension building.
Yeah.
Same applies to photography and filmmaking. There's a lot of like tension building. Like, you know, you're telling a story, you want to make sure that when the climax of the story hits, it fucking hits.
Yeah.
You know, it's you ever see The Office, the Robert California? You ever see that? See that guy?
Yeah.
So Robert
yes.
California from The Office.
Robert California.
Okay.
So
He's
I've seen a
incredibly,
couple
he's
episodes
incredibly
before.
uncomfortable.
So he is super uncomfortable, but he says something that applies to all kinds of marketing and everything, and it's crazy. When I heard him say that, I was like, that's crazy. But thinking back on it now, I'm like, it's actually not that crazy. He says, everything is sex. Everything. And I was like, that's weird. But then thinking about it, it's like everything is tension and release. A breakdown that you really like. It starts off slow and it gets to that point.
Yep.
And then at the end of it, you're just like,
Beat
Yeah,
your
yeah, you
your
love
steering
it.
wheel
Yeah,
again,
It's all tension and release.
pulling a Zach Schwoka, motherfucker.
Yeah. so Spirit Box, Circle With Me. Okay, that song is very like smooth and like soft, but then when the chorus hits and when the breakdown hits, it's heavy as shit.
Right.
It's because it's like tension building.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it, man. I never even.
Everything is sex.
Everything is sex.
That could be
You know,
interpreted in so many ways.
So many
too.
ways,
Yeah.
but like it makes so much sense
Yeah,
with
it does.
songwriting, with filmmaking,
with selling.
with marketing,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, everything.
So
It's
like
insane.
think about TikTok ads or TikTok videos or short form content of any kind. You need a hook and you need to get them to watch to the end. And at the end is the big payoff.
Yeah.
It's your release.
Yep.
Boom.
Dude.
Tension building.
Money.
Noted.
Everything is
Dalton.
tension building.
So I've been struggling with TikTok, boy. Oh my
No,
god.
listen, Dan's
all-
been struggling with TikTok because Dan gets in his head.
Yeah,
That's why Dan's struggling.
It's easy to get in your head though.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not just that. I will agree with him.
And
yes.
the violations too, man.
Dude, I keep getting flagged.
Yeah, it's because of the swear words. That's
Oh.
it. And
Whoops.
it's because America is
just bleep it out.
yeah, and that's
well,
what we're
I
doing
did.
now.
I did today, and yeah,
It's helping.
yeah,
We'll get there.
I had an
We'll get
idea of
there.
how to bypass all that, but I don't want to get into it.
yeah. Tell us off camera.
Yeah, I will.
John,
It'll
we
work
got,
100%.
We're gonna probably get things wrapped up here, so we got 2 more questions for
Dude,
you.
Okay.
before you
Three,
even
maybe.
go,
3 questions out.
Yeah.
you were talking about filmmaking, and I was just, I talked about Monkey Madness. That
Yeah.
was like the best day ever. Like, it was so much fun just be with my friends
Yeah.
creating something.
And I will say this about him: he loves like when we do our little goofy videos for the skate shop and stuff on Facebook, and even doing stuff for this. Every time he texts me, he goes, "Dude, I had so much fun."
Dude,
Yeah,
so much
dude.
fun.
He loves
Yeah.
creating.
It's a blast.
It's just so
Like,
much fun.
I got an idea for my next film, if you want to hear it.
We'll just. You want to discuss it on this to where people hear it? Or
Yeah,
do you wanna
yeah,
discuss
yeah.
it
Let's
off of
hear it,
this?
dude. I'm
Yeah,
down.
let's hear it.
I
Alright,
don't-
so-
this is the first time hearing about it.
You know the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, right?
yeah.
Oh God, here we
I
go.
was at a thrift store, no, a pawn shop, and I saw a hedge trimmer, like an electric hedge trimmer,
Oh God.
and I was like, dude, the Ohio bushwhacker homicides. And like, here's the tension, right? You see an extension cord dragging across the lawn, and like, teens or something get murdered. I don't know. But,
What is it?
how awesome would that be?
Because it's 80s.
Ohio hedge trimmer homicide. I don't want to say massacre because
Rated R.
We'll have to chat.
Oh yeah.
Some cool stuff
I
could
think
be
I got an in.
some cool stuff could be made.
Hell yeah! I just wanted to add that.
It's all about finding interesting things in the mundane.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I just saw a bushwhacker and I was like, I got an idea.
I fucking love you, Brock. You are the
Alright,
coolest.
so
love you too,
dude.
Dan.
You are the cool. I say this almost every episode, but he's the coolest motherfucker I know.
Thank you.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm gonna blush.
Raw red.
You always blush.
Go ahead, Dalton.
But this
Dalton's
is
got the good questions.
This is my fan favorite. I think it's it's a regurgitated question, but it's a good one. What is the best piece of advice you've ever received in your life?
Ooh, this is a
Tough
deep
one.
one.
Yeah. We could circle back to that because we have the last question too. It's more of like the closing statement.
Yeah, let's come back to that. I have one, but yeah, let's move on.
Formulate it.
Yeah.
All right, so the viewers, everyone, anyone out there, if they're interested in getting a hold of you to make a music video, to photograph their wedding, to photograph anything for them, film their wedding, film a commercial, whatever it is they need, photography, videography wise, where's the best place they got to go to get a hold of you? Obviously, we're going to link all your stuff as well, but you just want to put it out there for them.
Yeah. Best place is www.johnfmedia.com. And that has all my stuff on there. If you want to reach me, just go to the contact tab and fill out the form, and I'll get back with you.
Boom.
Right on.
He's filming he's a
Photographing.
what are you doing?
Photographing.
Photographing your wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wedding thing. Yeah.
Dude, I like literally lost all my brain like right then. Yikes.
Dude. I know you want to get to the last question, but there's just one thing. I think it's pretty funny, but
yeah.
you know, John is a photographer, and
This
a little
is
known
funny.
fact, he co-authored my favorite coffee table book, but they misspelled your
What?
name. Yeah. They forgot an N at the end of your name. Look at that.
Dude.
Beautiful.
Is that really? Did you really do that?
No.
I was going to have you sign it.
What are those odds, though?
I should have said yes.
I keep hitting this guitar.
I thought that'd be a stupid little joke. I was like, no way. He wrote the book.
Yeah, when we were talking about having him on the pod, Brock brought that book up.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what?
There's some good stuff in there.
Some of
Ohio's
these
pretty.
are sick.
Yeah, Ohio's
That's
a pretty
so
place.
crazy.
Ohio's very underrated.
Yeah.
Oh, for
Very.
sure, dude.
And it's
Ohio is
often
for
shit
lovers.
on.
It is.
People shit on Ohio. I don't know why. It's great. I used to live in
I'm
sheep.
shitting in Ohio. Oh my god.
Oh,
We
yeah,
know
well,
about
you
that, and
have
we talked
so-
about
yeah.
that first episode.
Oh,
So is
yeah.
Brock. Yeah.
But
So, what's the best advice you've ever received?
Man, for filmmaking, photography, and creating stuff,
Anything. Whatever. The one that sticks to you. One that you recall the most to yourself.
the one that's coming to mind right now, Josh Canode actually told me.
Really?
good friend of the show.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He quoted Leonardo da Vinci, and he said,
If it's this line, dude, I swear.
"Art is never finished; it is only abandoned."
Wow.
Oh, damn.
That
It's
That's a good
probably
one.
my favorite quote I've ever heard, because like
Damn,
I
we
tend to get super nitpicky and particular about things, and you have to know when to say like, "This is good."
yeah, yeah.
You really do.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you will say, "This is good enough." And
Whether-
there's so many
whether-
people out there that'll say like, "You never want to say good enough. You have to make sure it's the best." And blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like,
No, because
shut the fuck up.
what is the best?
Exactly.
What
There's-
is
Yeah.
the top?
You are
Especially
never
with art.
going to reach the top.
You
You
are
can
nev-
only keep going.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn,
Dude,
that's fucking
great
good,
one.
man.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Art is never finished. It is only abandoned.
Remember that.
Remember that.
Remember that.
Don't forget.
Well, John, we appreciate you coming on the show, man.
Dude, for
Of
real.
course. Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
me.
It's always good
Dude.
seeing you.
This was super fun.
Pleasure meeting you, man. It's
Yeah, you
awesome.
too.
But we've been waiting to do this for a long time, but we both got sick. Dude,
Yeah, we were
crazy.
rescheduled like
I
3
think-
times.
Yeah,
Like,
and
yeah,
then
dude.
today there was like a giant like thunderstorm happening. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it, dude.
Tornado watch.
I'm over here like, oh
Yeah,
shit.
we had already planned to move the pod in the mid tornado if it happened. We just go to
Yeah.
the basement. And
Yep,
film
we just
down
take
there.
mics down there and
It'd be crazy.
we definitely
hang
go
out with the
viral.
The
spiders. Dan's
horror
favorite.
episode.
Yeah.
Yep, Ohio hedge trimmer homicide. I'm going to be getting a hold of you about that.
Scary
though.
stories.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, this has been The Jam with Brock and Dan.
I'm Brock.
I'm Dan.
That's
and
John.
I'm John.
That's John. JohnFmedia.com.
www.john.com.
All socials at John F Media. Check
Oh,
me
yeah.
out on YouTube.
Yes.
All right. Well,
Dude, thank you.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for
Pleasure having you,
guys.
man.
yes, sir, man. Always good to see you.
For sure. Well, that was
Fuck
weird.
was that? Yeah.
there we go.
There
That's
we go.
better.
No, you're supposed to do the awkward one where you go like this.
Like, like this.
We're falling
Like
apart.
Like the.
That
Oh
one.
no, this one.
Yeah. It's like I love doing that, going in for the fist bump, then doing the handshake.
Oh,
then the
it's
fist
the
bump.
worst. I hate it.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.